Vitality is our ability to have spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical bliss. Some call it paradise. We call it a game.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So, the minstrel show continues. Black women are always the face of foolishness and stupidity in the name of trying to be funny and this and that, and it's just not funny. It's just not cutely done. I'm going to show you two videos from the same person's TikTok. One of them not going to have any sound because there's music in the background, but you'll be able to see what she's doing. Then I'm going to show you another one of her videos that's going to have sound and you can see what she's saying. So without too much, we're going to show these videos and then we're going to come back and really cook because this is kind of disgusting. There's no language, but what you see, you're going to be disgusted by. So here we go. And that's enough of that. We're going to stop sharing. And I'm going to show you. Yes, that was not a green screen. She was in a cotton field, a real one. Okay. Here we go. This one is the one that has sound. I need you to hear what she's saying. Here we go.
I've been seeing this post going.
By the way, there's a little bit of language here, so just be warned. I think she drops an F-bomb or something like that, but I'm going to let it continue.
Going around asking people I've been seeing this post going around asking people would they pick cotton for $200 an hour. And I just want to say, y'all sound so stupid. Because hell yeah, I pick cotton for $200 an hour. What kind of stupid goddamn question is that? I'm on the way now to freedom. I've been seeing.
Okay. Now you were able to watch both of those videos. She got a lot of different videos. They're disgusting, most of them, just from the concept of what's going on. That, like I said, is a real cotton field. So what that tells me is she lives down south somewhere. We don't know exactly where. I've seen cotton fields in Alabama. I've seen cotton fields in Mississippi. I've seen cotton fields in Tennessee. Okay. So she might be in one of them places or any other of the southern states. Those are those real cotton field. That was not a green screen. Okay. Not in the first one or the second one. The second one, you can tell she's outside. First one, you might have thought it was a green screen. It is not. There's a real cotton field and she was actually picking real cotton. Those fields are overrun because they are not tended anymore. Not those. There are cotton fields, but those are not being tended anymore. So she's able to go in and out of them. Nothing taken seriously. This is the minstrel show that Black women have become. Like I said, that's an actual cotton field that has grown wild. So she's down south somewhere, and that field is not far from where she lives. Okay, that field is right around her house because you don't travel real far to make TikTok videos and this and that. So that field is probably right next door to her or right down the street or right around the corner. It's walking distance from where she live at. Okay. seeing that cotton field, probably grew up looking at them like no better than a vacant lot. Seeing those cotton fields does nothing for her. It doesn't give her any respect. It doesn't make her think any deeply. It doesn't make her think about or wonder or ponder or consider all the things and all the atrocities that must have happened in those those cotton fields. What her ancestors had to suffer through in those cotton fields, the death that occurred to them in them cotton fields. How many bodies might actually be buried there, left to rot there? Because if it's a cotton field, then it's part of what used to be a plantation. So there's probably a plantation house that's no longer being upkept. And you might even be able to see old slave quarters as well. I've seen all of them things in my travels down south when I was young. Saw slave quarters, saw old plantation houses, saw the overrun cotton fields. And the feeling that you get when you pass these places and when you go into these places, you feel the weight of the history of that place. For her to be able to go into that place and all that she can think of to do is twerk and make what she thinks is a funny TikTok video for play, that shows what kind of minstrel show that Black women really have become, where the mindset really is. The second video was even more disgusting because she's sitting there, first of all, a bonnet queen. She think that having a silken bonnet with little stuff written on it and having her makeup done and her lashes done makes that bonnet not be as bad as it is. You're still showing up in public with a bonnet on. You matching it with your shirt. We don't care nothing about that. Okay? Sick of y'all with these bonnets. All right? Y'all do not deserve to be the voice of Black women or the face of us or the representation of us. But before I get into that part, to say willingly, yeah, I'll go back to the plantation. I'll actually be willing to go back to an actual plantation and do the very act that our ancestors were forced to do for free labor under duress and under the pain and threat of death. I'll go back for $200 an hour like an idiot and go and actually pick cotton in a cotton field. Are you kidding me? Just even if you would do that, even if that is something you thought about and it's something that you would do, why would you get on social media to tell everybody that you would go and do backbreaking slave work that your ancestors fought not to do? And it wasn't even just the work that they didn't want to do. They didn't want the subjugation that came with the work. They didn't want the beating that came with the work. They didn't want the threat of death that came with the work. They didn't want the enslavement that came with the work. This was not paid work. This is why we talking about reparations right now. Because the work wasn't paid. If it was actual work that somebody volunteered to do to get paid for, that's different. But that is not what our ancestors went through at all. So for you to come through and say that I'm willing to go back to the plantation, what this tells us is that she's not out of the plantation anyway. Mentally, she's in the plantation anyway. And we know that a majority of Black women are mentally enslaved, mentally colonized, mentally on the plantation. So it wouldn't be no big thing to physically go back to a plantation. No big thing, because she's already colonized in her mind. She's already conquered in her mind. She's already doing the bidding of white supremacy in her mind. She's already doing that. She already suck up to Zaddy. She already destroys her men. She already destroys her children. She already makes a fool out of herself. She already do this stuff. She already value wealth over anything spiritual, which is why you would go and devalue yourself for $200 an hour. Because you still thinking broke, because you thinking in hourly wages. But we're not even going to talk about all of that. She's never left the plantation anyway, which is why she's so willing to go back. And I'm pretty sure that there's plenty of Black women that you could ask. And if you pose that question, they'll have the same reaction that she had. Sure, I'll go back. What you mean? What you mean? Why would that be a problem? Me going to a plantation and picking cotton, why would that be a problem? Because she's already her colonizer's dog. She's already that. These are the types of women that have to be excluded from every conversation and every effort taken to reclaim the Black community, because she's not here to help anyway. She's already destroyed. She's already colonized. She's already taken over. She's already conquered. She's already doomed. She already sold us out. So no reason for her to come along, because she wouldn't do nothing but sell us out again and breed children that would sell us out in the future. So she doesn't need to be a part of anything that we're talking about when we talk about reclaiming the Black community. She is not here to help. She never will be, and her kind never has been. She's a perpetual bed wench. She's a perpetual bed wench, and we don't need them. Only the lionesses are able to stand tall and be the representation of Black women to change our image and reclaim things like Black women's self-respect, Black women's public image, the respect of our men and the respect of our children and the respect of our community. Only lionesses are able to do this. This is only something for a lioness to truly be able to do, because these hyenas cannot be trusted. She cannot have a seat at the table at all. Her opinion is not valid. Nothing should be taken seriously, because she don't even take nothing seriously. So why should she be taken seriously in any type of general way? And I'm pointing it out because this is the mindset that we're really dealing with right here. She not really playing. It's made in a joking way, but she ain't really playing. She think that. This the type of time she on mentally. A whole minstrel show by herself. Her whole TikTok page is a minstrel show, a one woman minstrel show. That's what she running. She got a few videos that are so-called, she's slaving or doing housework or something like that and twerking and blah, blah, blah. She got a couple of videos like that. I just didn't even show them all. But this is the type of Black woman that we don't need her. We don't need her and her kind. The perpetual bed wenches, we don't need them. We don't need the real active bed wenches. We don't need the mental bed wenches. We don't need none of them. They no longer have the opportunity to speak for a collective of Black women or go nowhere and represent Black women. She represent her. That's how we gonna put that. Because she for sure does not represent what a lioness and what a real Black woman is about. She does not. And we're the ones that have to change the tide on what that looks like and what that really is, being a Black woman, what being a Black woman means. Because right now, all they got is for Black women is fighting and twerking. That's all we do. Fight, twerk, drink, have sex, and act a fool. That's what Black women do. And it is truly up to the lioness to restructure that and reframe that and reclaim who Black women really are. The identity of the American Black woman is pretty much dead. And so we have to revive it. Because Black women won't be the saviors of the community, because saviors are always men. But we definitely are responsible for doing our part to fix what we had to do, because Black women broke that social contract. So we're the ones that are going to have to come back and mend the social contract. That is what the collective job of the lioness is supposed to be now. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. We have got to stop being the face of foolishness. We have to. Before we cut out of here, I want to bring everybody's attention to our petition that we have against Black Lives Matter Global Networking Fund Foundation for their theft of more than $100 million from the Black community. If you have not signed the petition, please go ahead and sign it. The link is in the description box. So please open up the description box. Click the link for the petition. Sign it, share it, contribute to it if you can. Also, jump down in the comment section and let me know what you think about this foolishness. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.